The multiplicity of a zero is a quantity that gives us information about what happens on the graph of the polynomial. To find the multiplicity of a zero, we look at the power on the factor that generated that zero when the polynomial is written in factored form. If x is equal to r is a real zero of a polynomial function, that means when we plug r into the function, the corresponding output is going to be 0, and we get an x-intercept on the graph. If algebraically we discover that this zero has an even multiplicity, then what's going to happen on the graph is that the polynomial function's graph will touch the x-axis at that intercept, but it is not going to change from one side to the other. The graph will not cross the x-axis there. Instead, the graph will touch the x-axis at that x-intercept and turn around. If x is equal to r is a real zero of a polynomial function, and algebraically we discover that the multiplicity is odd, then the graph of the polynomial function is going to cross the x-axis at that x-intercept. The function sign will change from being positive to negative or negative to positive, passing through this r value. So let's look at an example. As a reminder, the multiplicity of a zero is algebraically determined by the power on the factor that generates the zero. In order to find the zeros of a polynomial, we're going to do the same thing that we did to find the x-intercepts of the polynomial, because the zeros and the x-intercepts are closely related. We're going to plug in y is equal to 0 and solve for x. So in the polynomial function, we'll plug in 0 for y and solve for x. Now, when the polynomial is written in its factored form, this is not a hard task. We set each factor equal to 0 and solve each of these equations individually. When we divide by 2 and take the square root of both sides here, we get that x is equal to 0. When we subtract 1 here, we get x is equal to -1. And when we take the fourth root of both sides to solve for x, we get x minus 3 is equal to plus or minus 0, but both of those are just 0. And then adding 3 to both sides, we see that x is equal to 3. And so these are the three zeros of the polynomial function. And when the polynomial is factored, we can actually just look at it to see that x is equal to 0 is going to cause the output of this function to be 0, because x was one of the factors. We can also see that x is equal to -1 is going to be a 0, because when we evaluate the function at -1, it zeroes out this factor and then causes the entire output to be 0. When the polynomial is factored, we can also see that x is equal to 3 is going to be a 0, because when we evaluate the function at 3, it zeroes out this factor and then causes the entire output to be 0. Now remember, the x-intercepts are closely related to the zeros. If x is equal to 0 is a quantity that zeroes out the function, then 0 as the x and 0 as the y is going to be an x-intercept. If -1 zeroes out the function, then -1, 0 is an x-intercept, and the same goes for 3. 3, 0 is also an x-intercept. Notice here that the zeros of a polynomial are x values, and the x-intercepts are going to be points on the graph, ordered pairs. So let's bring back the idea of how to find the multiplicity of a zero. In order to determine this multiplicity, we're going to look at the power on the factor that generated each zero. So let's start by looking at the zero, x is equal to 0. The factor that generated that zero is x squared. The power on that factor is a 2, and so 2 is the multiplicity of this zero. Let's look at the 0, -1. The factor that generated that 0 was x plus 1. The power on this factor is +1. Therefore, the multiplicity of that 0 is +1, the same thing as the power on the factor that generated that 0. And let's look at the last 0, x is equal to 3. The factor that generated that 0 is right here. The power on that factor is +4, and therefore 4 is the multiplicity of the 0, x is equal to 3. Now the multiplicity of each 0 is going to tell us what happens at the x-intercept on the graph. If the multiplicity of a 0 is even, then the graph is going to touch the x-axis and turn around there. It does not cross the x-axis. But if the multiplicity of a 0 is odd, then the graph is going to cross the x-axis at the x-intercept -1. Here we have the multiplicity of the 0 being even again, which tells us that at the x-intercept 3, 0, the graph is going to touch the x-axis there, but not cross it. Now here we have a Desmos image of what that graph looks like. Recall the zeros of the polynomial function are, first of all, -1, and we have an x-intercept at -1, 0. 0 is a 0 of the polynomial, and we have an x-intercept at 0, 0, and 3 was a 0 of the polynomial, and we have 3, 0 as an x-intercept. Since the power on the factor that generated -1 is +1, that's an odd multiplicity, and the graph crossed the x-axis at that x-intercept. The multiplicity on x is equal to 0 was 2, because the power on that factor was 2. Notice that we are touching the x-axis and not crossing it there. And the 0, 3 had a multiplicity of 4 because the power on that factor is 4. That's an even number, and again, we see that the graph is touching the x-axis there, but not crossing.